The Minister of Housing and Water, Mr. Colin Crowell, visited Riot Village in West Canje last Saturday to address problems being faced by residents in the area. Renata Cott reports.
On Saturday, September 19, Minister of Housing and Water, Honorable Colin Crowell, visited residents of West Canje to listen to and address the issues they are faced with. He was accompanied by Regional Chairman of Region 6, Mr. David Armagon, the Regional Executive Officer, Mr. Narendra Prasad, Supervisor of the Region 6 People's Progressive Party Civics Freedom House, Mr. Zamal Hussain, along with other party officials and representatives from the Guyana Watering Corporation, GWI. Addressing the gathering, Minister Crowell stated that it is the responsibility of government officials to listen to the pleas of the people and to deliver solutions for same.
We take seriously the commitment to our people and to you, the citizens, as to ensure that we work to resolve your issues. Some may take a while because probably requires medium term and long term. Some, I'm sure, very quickly can be dealt with. Because at the end of the day, we are required to be in the communities. We are required to be among you. We are required to listen to your concerns directly so that we can, and with the technical officers, see how we can resolve your matters.
During the meeting, issues such as issuing of land titles, availability of filtered water, poor GT&T services, among others, were raised.
Approximately about 5 years now, them promise us, everybody come in promise that they will run a main in there. And right now the scheme open big, there's a lot of house in there. We have water, we have current, we have phone, we have everything. We have the water, but the line is very far. It's 584 feet pipe you have to carry. So when you get the water, you get it very slow. Sometimes the cow break it up, then come and cut off your pipe. All these things happen there. Right now, anybody can go and take it up. And we ask if I can carry a main in there.
Once the system can accommodate the extension, we'll get it up.
I'm on the follow-up with Mr. Andrew here. I'm living in the same area. The problem is the light, water, and the road. That is what we're trying to balance out. Please don't forget us. We're there quite a while and we really need water, road, and light.
I'm committing that a team will come to your area and they'll provide a report back in terms of how we can deliver water to that area. I'm committing that. So the team will come this week to do that assessment.
I'm from Lonsdale Village, East Bank, Berbice, and my husband have a big issue. He's opening a lumberyard, and he have spent $8 million from since last year, and he even cannot make even 8 cents to now. Every place that come there, they compliment him. The only problem we're getting is from the housing, right? He have our document. The only place is giving him a hard time is the housing.
So what I will do, you'll provide the name, what you apply.
Already
Good, you did that. So we will check on that if it has been dealt with. If it has not been dealt with, then in the ensuing period with the new board, the matter will come up.
I am from Lucaba. So we have a problem where we pay Gaisuku since 2003 for the house lots. And until now we cannot get transport. And not me alone. A lot of people in Lucaba did not get the transport until now. When you go to Gaisuku, they tell you the compliance in Konguti yet. When you go to Cameron Shepherd say go to Gaisuku. So we run till we set up and it leave like that until now.
We'll follow that up. I recognize there are a lot of land issues across everywhere I go. One of the things that we'll be doing shortly is to strengthen our regional housing offices. Because there's a lot more that has to be done.
I got a problem with GWI. I'm a pensioner. And they're sending $6,665. This is the bill what I sent. And I got They say me a hoe all the time. Me a spirit, me don't hoe nobody. All the time I pay steady. And when you go there, they might push you around and they tell you if you don't pay, they're going to cut you off and that kind of thing. So I want you to look after this matter.
Your issue on the water bill, well, of course, you know, if you're a pensioner, you will be relieved of that payment, right? So because all pensioners in the system, once they meet up and it's verified in the household and it's in your name, then you will be relieved of that payment. But I see no reason why you have that problem, because if you can show your bills, what you paid for prior years, and then you're going to the GWI office, and you can't reconcile, then something is wrong once you have your bills. So we'll take your information and follow it up.
We are getting some rusty water in Lucabo, and I think the water from the pump station could fix our filter bed here. We can get clean water. It's trying to give us the clear water, but after the water can't reach us, and they decided to cut back the water and use back the rusty water to reach Lucabo and Sanford.
You got a well there, right?
Yes, they got a well, and we have enough land to put a filter bed.
But the rusty water that is coming in the system, we noted. We'll examine how we can address this, but you know some of these problems, they require some capital investment in terms of the filtration system and so forth. GWI, as I said yesterday, we are looking to turn GWI around. The bottom line for GWI is that it's running at a loss, and we require government subvention to keep it floating. In fact, they have not been paying their GPL bills. But there are many reasons for that. You're not at fault. The problem for you is that you're not getting the water. That's all you're concerned with. So we are working, we have already mapped out in a number of areas, but we're doing that to the entire country, to update the database in GWI itself for every single community as to what is required for us, the investment that is required to ensure that we have safe and we have expanded delivery of water for every single community.
Now I'm from Angais Avenue, and Angais Avenue is a problematical area with land situation. So people buy land from ex-person, build a house already, and then we get in documentation from the housing authority for them to get the electricity. The important issue is that we want to know where to position with the title. Some people get title, some don't have the title, and they are already paid already for the house land.
I am aware from the ministry's brief that there were some persons who would have got their titles. For those who have paid in full, certainly they are processing those, but you will recognize that this is not done in isolation by the ministry. It's also done in conjunction with the courts, right, for the processing. So I know there are a number of matters that are currently being processed through the court system. We are looking to fast track those, for those persons who are entitled to receive their title having completed their payments.
Our big problem here is that squatters come into our land and start legal squatting. Now we don't want to go and confront them because we know we end up. So we kindly asking our good office to assist us in getting these squatters up. Now we asking the government to assist us because we're willing to open a housing scheme to sell these lands. But we need government intervention in assisting us to get this project off our feet. So I'm kindly asking you to help us, assist us in getting these people out, and in the other part, help us to develop these lands.
For me, squatting will be zero tolerance. What I see in the system is happening. There are persons who are squatting, then we at the ministry level send someone, then we take the information. Having taken the information, the person thinks is an expectation or legitimacy that the matter has been dealt with. There is only one way to get a house lot. Only one way. That is to apply through the ministry for an application for a house lot. You can do this online, or you can do this through the filling out of a form. Absolutely no other way. So I want to make that very clear. Every single eligible applicant will eventually be able to get a house lot. I plead with you. I share your concern. But just work with your government. We will work with you. Have some patience. But please, no squatting. Back to the basics. Because we will not be regularizing any new squatting. I'm very clear on that.
We are from Tanriba, live over Tanriba over 10 years, and the council has been coming into us to control the land, and over 10 years we live in there, and after we pay so much money for the land, and right now we get no kind of work, so we're begging them for just assist me with little water and stuff to keep them away. So the time they come last one, they call us for meeting. When the meeting come now, they give us 6 months to pay the money for the land, and we get no money right now because I out of job. And with the COVID-19, that's why I come and beg if you have to please assist me with some water and help us out of the back.
In terms of the help that you've asked, I've heard you. The enforcement department of the ministry itself will be strengthened. There were about 4 persons when I got to the ministry that were on administrative leave. So they were receiving salaries for months, and while the department suffered, and while the country has squatting increasing. So the enforcement department will be paying some attention in this week. This very week I'm paying some attention to it because squatting is a major problem there every day on the road, having to serve notices. So we will send in the team to address that squatting area, to issue the necessary, based on the information that they provide, to issue the necessary letters, I can assure you.
GT&T, they just dug up the road and left it just like that. Now you traverse on the road, it becomes like threatening to vehicles. And if you can traverse this road here now, you can see what I'm saying. With GWI and GT&T. According to information, guy have gone down something, cut some line, GT&T will repair till next week or next month. And because of that, the whole community suffered.
It's totally unacceptable. Once the road is dug up, then as part of the precondition in the contract, if it's a contractor that is doing the work, then they are required to put the road back at the level as it was before. And so maybe they have a contract that is being prepared, it has to be embedded in terms of ensuring that the repair work is done. And not 1 month after, 2 months after, upon the completion of the job, the road has to be fixed. And so I'll certainly convey this complaint to the CEO for them to deal with at the management level.
Right now in Brian, there's no communication with GT&T. No telephone, no internet. We have to be paying for these things monthly. It's totally unfair to the residents. Reporting daily, and GT&T is saying 5 working days. I mean, 5 working days. These days we have to be doing schooling via online communication. We have to, offer better service to the residents of this country.
Similar visitations were conducted throughout the day at Canefield East Canje, Kilcoy Chesney, Belvedere, Rose Hall Williamsburg, Anchorville, Mybe Curie, Yakusari, number 64 Village, and the number 76 Housing Scheme. Reporting for Channel 8 News, Renetta Kurt.